Okay, good morning. There we go. Okay, this is the daily puzzle. Looked at it for approximately 2 seconds. Still no clue yet. Ooh. It's not, it is easy. Wait, it's not. That's a trade. So, what you'd want to do is something like this, but then I lose the queen. I can take it with the rook. Doubt it. I can take here. But that's defended. It really should be this, but then you take. Oh, you take with the bishop in the end, of course. Yep. Gain 0, of course, because that's a bit easy. Apparently. How do you prevent me from winning here? Oh, no, that doesn't work either. I mean, they should have taken the pawn probably, but now. And if you do this, then they just take here, and then that's just probably a draw. Take first. This check. Why not this? Oh, there's that. Ah, I see. You can't escape the checks, so it's a draw. And this is just bad. Yeah. Okay, missed that. Unfortunate. Interesting position. Ooh, I think I see it. The point is this. Well, white's going to be in Zugzwang, forced to move, and the point is that I can try to get here, and the only way to stop it is to go there. Oh, but you can go here. My idea was to play h5 because it blocks the king side off completely. Nobody can go past this for sure. White can't enter here or here either, so they'd have to go exactly like this, and black can only go like that. So basically the two kings are stuck here and here. Maybe they can do that and that. But it might also be this. So that's 2 moves here. Then I can get the pawn stuck and then go back. Yes. Nice. So I do have to go after this pawn. Slow down. I think it's still fine. Because I can do this. Come on, this. And defend the pawn. So if this, that. This is a standard position where both are in Zugzwang. And I can win that battle because I have 2 moves here. And I can choose. And I should do 2 moves, by the way. Yes. And you can't take the pawn because then I lose this pawn, and that's quite bad. That's a draw. And the point is, this I block it off, and this I block that off, and then the king has to move, and then I win. Really? I would have played this immediately. Like a tempo. But okay, it is winning, but minus 12, but b2 and d2 not being winning is shocking. And b4 being winning is also quite weird because this promotes with check. What's the point? Okay, no, it is very winning. Right? What's the point? Really? It's just... okay, that's sad. Okay, whatever. This threatens mate in 1. It's kind of a back rank. The issue is that pushing any pawn is just the solution, except that this doesn't work, but the king can always just move. There's also this forcing the king back, and then this forcing the king to the edge. And then let's go back, and other rook, and it's stuck again, kind of. So let's see, can the king run in this direction? So let's say here, here, check, here, check, here, check, here, and the other one is here. So maybe it's just that. I think the idea is that the king gets trapped. I guess not. The only answer is that. Oh, and then the pin. Makes sense. Okay. We need to defend against that, which is what the queen is doing. Down a piece, but this pawn is quite good. I'm considering f7. It almost works. No, the king can just take. Take. It's also interesting. Oh, because I get the e7 there with check. But then I need to defend against back rank mate again. Yes. I am not muted, right? Like I was last time. Nope. Not. Can do this. I mean, the king runs that direction. But once I do that, my king is no longer safe. Can also do that. Oh, that's interesting, because you can't take the rook, and this is still not an issue. And what's the threat? Well, this and checkmate, and this, of course, and that. I already had that. This and that. So you need to defend this one. This black needs to defend this square and one of these squares, but you can do that by taking the pawn. Now how do I win in that position? I think I don't. That's annoying. That's a good defense for everything I'm doing. But it's only possible because my queen goes here. Sack, queen a7, you can still take. Or trade. There's also this, but then you get... oh, wait. That's a defense. And that wins a queen. And you can't take the rook, and if you run away, I take the rook. Yeah, because this is check, so you can't win with anything. Okay. Plenty of options for a mate in one threat. For example, this. I don't see a good way to defend because this loses a piece. What's the material balance? We are down a piece for 2 pawns. So, for example, this take is maybe good enough for a win. Let's see if I can find anything better. That's just anything that's better than just winning a piece. Maybe that is actually this is better than winning a piece, because the king is stuck on the H file, and then I have a discovered attack somewhere probably, and I'm threatening actually this is just a mate threat, right? No, maybe not there, but like this. Knight blocks take, run there. Yeah, that's just a mate threat. So black needs to come up with a better plan, for example just taking and I take back. With the threat of here, and I don't see how to stop that other than this again, but that still doesn't work. Oh, you can go here, of course. So like this. Ooh, if I go here, the point is that instead of the H knight, then I can take checkmate. And threat, because this is the main threat, so here take, the only defense is taking here. Actually the queen is hanging, so that doesn't work. Here this queen is just barely defended. There is a world where it's this. Or this. Or there. But none of that seems to work actually. I think this is annoying. Let's see if there's a solution. I can also do this. In that case you can't take here because I take here, but you can take here and then take there. I can also just take here. Then I always get to the H file. For example, knight here, there. But knight just blocks. Could be this, and there. Because it's check. And the only that wins a piece, but it's not checkmate. But then I can play like knight h5 or something to threaten this. Actually that doesn't work either. It's one of these, probably. Let's say this. And I think that's the only defense. And this. Like, you can take here maybe. Actually that doesn't work because this is... No, you can. Check, knight blocks take, and here, and then that's the end of the line. Because everything's defended. I don't think these pieces matter. Except if it's f4, but that doesn't look realistic. So it's really just these two knights and the queen that need to make a difference somehow. Oh, the knight isn't pinned, so this is nothing. I think it's probably this. Getting another piece into the attack. and then forcing that. I found a piece winning line already, which is this. Actually, yeah, it does. No, it doesn't win a piece. Now, there was a reason why this won a piece. Maybe I need to do this exactly to win the piece. Yeah, I think I needed to do that, otherwise this gets taken. Yes. The point is I just take back with the other knight. And then this and win the piece. Yes. It's not checkmate or anything, but it's just this. Yeah, the other knight is slightly worse for white. Because of this immediately, and then you win this piece. Unless I do that. Which is 3 pawns for a piece, which is not great. Let's say this immediately, then it's still the same idea. And just rook b1. Again here as well. Just a simple move. Because these pieces are completely stuck. Material is, we're up 2 pawns as well, so if we can trade off these rooks, then black doesn't have any pieces left to play. Okay. Oh yeah, we're up, just up 3 pawns in an endgame. It's really warm here. Whatever. This position, I would assume of the. I would have just assumed that this was losing, but maybe. Actually, you can prevent the king from getting past if they push. In which case, that is actually winning because the king is forced to go that direction. Therefore, this forces you to take. You can't like. You can't allow me to do this for free, so. This basically forces this. But that looks very losing still. Yeah, that's just losing. Maybe it's because I'm faster. So there are 2 ways, and I'm not completely sure which is faster for for white. So this is my plan. That's 8 moves. I count 8 moves. White's plan is 1. Probably take, for example, 1. Actually, that's 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm faster. And that is very winning. Does white have a faster way? issue with this is that I might be able to take at some point. For example here. Actually in there they can take there. But then I'm still faster and it's check. Can't be push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's way too many. So I just win the race. Actually, maybe I lose this race. I do lose this race, but it's a draw. So I need to be careful. I can't take immediately. Maybe I just need to do this. And if they take, I'm forced to take back. Oh, they can't go there. Ooh. Then that is losing quite handily. What? Can't you? Oh, you. That's annoying. And how do you defend against this? Is this really a draw? Oh, it is, I guess. I assumed this would be winning. Actually, I miscounted the move then, probably. So I can trade here. I'm still in the square, and this is quite fast. So you can force the pawn through. But then I promote first, and that wins, because I... Oh, that loses! Because my king is in the way. I need to push down again, and then it wins. Because I'm still in the square. So I need to be hit again, and then I start running. And then it wins. Because my queen blocks these two squares, yes. So I take, and then down. And then, yeah, stop it. And on this I have to run. And here I just block the pawn can't promote. And that's just very winning. The only interesting thing to look at for black is this, but that's still not good enough. Yeah, this is just nothing. Half an hour basically back where I started, I think. Wait, how did that happen? I need to go very far back. Okay, let's look at just the entire position, the entire game. This is bad for white, I believe. Wait, what is this? Just play, right? No, that's just at the end. Is there a play? No. I believe this is good for black. I need more water. Okay, this feels like it started to fall apart a bit. For black. And then they won the queen. And just let the pawn be. But now it can be quite scary. Maybe this or that or... These are 3 connected passed pawns, that's interesting. This really forces black to react. Because of this. Actually, that's only a rook. No, that's good enough. Rook is good enough in this position. Probably. Although the pawns are very scary. But I have a good bishop. Let's say that black reacts with something like that. Can't actually defend. This should be probably game over, right? If this, that. And I get here and then there. Should probably be game over. So you have to defend, and then this. That should also be game over. Isn't it just take, and this? I'd assume so. Or there. But actually this allows that defense and there, and so I need to actually go here and then it can go back. The other rook. No. This and a nice discovered attack somewhere. Because you're really forced to take the pawn. Right. Or just go back. But what's the good discovered attack? Because the queen can either go there or there. Could be this. Don't think so. It could also be this, forcing here, and then the other rook here. And you can take here. And if here, this must be game ending. I can also just take with the bishop. But I don't think that does anything afterwards. Wait, what? Okay, +1. Recalculating. Really? It's... Come on, really? And rook takes the... Yeah? And I saw. What's the issue here? Oh, this is just 2 rooks for a queen, of course. I'm stupid. Okay. Oh, I think I think I see it. So there's this rook is on a dark square, and I can attack it like that. And it also attacks this square, which is a very relevant square because you need to defend the king somehow. Because check, and this is just checkmate. Therefore, check, you're forced to do that, and then this wins. Actually, that's not good enough, I need to take. Winning an exchange. No, winning a... Yeah, winning an exchange. At the end I have... No, it's winning a piece. And at the end I have 2 bishops versus a rook. Okay. Just go back. Right. And I actually need to go here to defend. Yeah. Yeah, you do need to take, otherwise you get this. And the point is that otherwise you lose that. And apparently this is a draw. We're back. I've only been talking for like half an hour this entire day. Why is my throat so screwed? Where can this king go? So this, you're forced to go. This, that. Is this a checkmate? Just threatening here? So check here, here. Only defense. And then I end up with a bishop versus 4 pawns, which is probably just losing. I need to save this pawn, so I can try check, push, and then sack the bishop. But that's not good enough. You can go back, forcing king there. It's just a perpetual. I mean, I have a perpetual like this already. I also have this, threatening this pawn, and more importantly threatening to go on this diagonal, which would force the king there. And then this is checkmate. But that's not good enough, I don't think, because the king just returns to defend. So I have a perpetual, but I need to win, I think. Oh wait, it's that. Not quite, I don't think. This threatens this checkmate, and the only way to defend is to run away. Check still. King can run away, and then g6. g6 doesn't work. Check here. I can go here to defend against that. Threatening not much actually. Maybe this and then that. So this, then you're try that. Bishop. That's not good enough. I'm missing a move somewhere. If I had one more move, then this would be winning, because I get king f7 and just don't need the pawn anymore. I think this is a good start. But let's say this as well. That's interesting. Check here, push, defense. Actually, that doesn't work. Check here, here. But like, you could just take the bishop and then it's just queen versus rook and 4 pawns. Which I'm not convinced of is a win. I think it's probably even losing for white. So check here should probably be the start in every case. Actually, if I just win the rook, so for example here, 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 no, that only wins an exchange. But if I were to win the full rook, I think I win if I trade the pawn for the rook. So I can try this, that, no, not that, this, threatening here, actually no, threatening here and then here, no, threatening here and then here, so you're forced to try to stop me, and I think 2 bishops versus these 4 pawns is just winning. I'm fairly certain. Wait, did I... No, that wasn't the solution I got before. Okay. Rook c4. My point was this, but maybe that... But this is... No, not there. Not that. What was the line that I got? Again. Not rook h4. Let's say this. I had a point. Yeah, this. This is... Oh yeah, that's just that. Why? What? I need to look back at what I said, because I didn't play what I said, I don't think. I would not have gotten it, but I don't think I did what I said. My own bishop is in the way. But I can do this, which might just be losing somehow. The point is that moving the bishop is just winning, and this doesn't help, and this doesn't help because I just take here like that. Oh, but then maybe this is just a staircase. Good enough. So here, for example, this. I mean, then I still have a discovered attack winning the queen. Clearly. And then promoting. So the only defense is just checkmate somehow. Can't do that, so forced checkmate as well. Oh, that's defended. I mean, maybe this is a perpetual. Can't run forward, probably. Nope. So I have to take. And then I can just go back and then block. And I'm just up a piece. And this pawn still needs to be stopped. I have no clue. Could be there, maybe. Not a clue. Okay, let's take a look. What is the issue here? I'll check immediately. No. It's just a perpetual. This is a perpetual check. Okay. And the point is that after bishop c7, why do you play that? Why not just taking here? Ah. I don't see the points, but oh, it blocks the file of the rook, so you can't play rook c8 after queen b8. Fair enough. Okay. New puzzle. If anyone's winning, it's black, but this looks to me like a draw. But you can force that. Oh, you win a pawn. Still. Probably, if they don't do anything there, let's just do. You can always defend like that, and then I can win a pawn. I mean, it must be it, but oh, you win that pawn. That's enough. That's fair. I can see why this is winning, because this actually gives you a passed pawn, and that's just worth a piece. And this, yeah, I've had this before at some point. It was cool. King actually just loses it against the bishop like that. Okay, last one. Maybe not, but we'll see. Ooh, okay, I immediately see it, I think. This, and that. Actually, no, because the king can run the other way. So this, you can go back also. Then this and the point was this. And that forces the king to the h-file. And if here, then this is very winning, and but you can just go there. So rooks are here and here. You can give this check. Forcing the king up again. There's also this, of course, but then you get this check. Or this defense. So maybe it's the other way around. But then you can take the pawn. Oh, no. Almost works. You almost can't take the pawn if you do it like that. Because then you almost get off the line, get forced off the line, but you can just barely defend with the rook. Okay. So this pushed off. That's nothing. And this is also nothing. I'm really hoping that this is something, because oh, king just runs that direction, right? Or just even this in here where it's safe. Actually, that's not true. King here, here, here. Go back. You're forced to do this. You can't go that direction because of rook here. And then this check again, and then the king is stuck on the other side. Or here. Which is not useful, which might not be useful. Honestly, this take here might just be winning. Because I have a king. And this king is permanently stuck. I'm up a king basically. And that's like 4 points, so should be up like 3 in the end in total, because it's these two. For the king is stuck for the pawn, and my king can move to these pawns. Might just be a draw, but because the rook on a4 is quite strong. Oh, but you can also just do that, and I'm just down a pawn there afterwards. So it's not trading the rooks. Could be this. Just sack the pawn and then go yeah, here. No, not there, sorry. Just check, check, check. Then there. That wins. And if king there, I have this pin. That also wins. So here, 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 here. And I kick it out. Can go there. And this doesn't work. I think this is interesting, at least. Actually, that's losing. So this, you're forced to go there. There's that. I saw this line, but you need to find a good move here then. Or actually everything's fine, apparently. Yeah, that was the last one. That was a great hemorrhaging of points. Happens. See you next time.